99 1/2 years of age. Why don't we round that off to 100? He claims to be retired. Medical expenses last year, $168,000. All right. What questions do we ask? Harvey?
We must go over him like a fine tooth cream. Now, is there any proof in the pudding for these medical expendings?
Yeah, he's on a waiting list for a new liver, a new kidney, a new heart, and a new spleen. This guy's got more burned out parts than a yard sale toaster.
I hate yard sales. I once spent $3 on a Monopoly game with spit in it.
Thank you, Sam. Let's try Gail.
You heartless bastard. Why didn't you let the poor old guy alone?
A little metal hat was missing.
Thank you, Sam. Yeah, we all have our assignments. Ooh. Now, whom have we here?
Arnold Jacob Gardena, magician and escape artist extraordinaire.
Escape artist, huh? Glad you could materialize here for us.
Ah, but am I really here? Or is all this just an illusion?
Oh, I'm going to enjoy doing you.
Mr. Stingley? Troy Roden, your new auditor. Boy, it's a pleasure to meet you, sir. I have here my letter of assignment, my resume, scholastic record, and hobbies. I hope you don't mind I took the liberty of making a few copies for the rest of your staff. Hi, Troy Roden. How you doing? Hey there, big stuff. Troy Roden, nice to meet you. You guys are going to have to share that. Mr. Stingley, since it is my first day, I don't mind working right through lunch.
Who says you get a lunch?
Mm-hmm, right, good. But if I could have a key to the office, I often return after dinner, if I take a dinner, and work till, oh, gee, way past midnight. Bad habit I picked up during my Princeton days, I'm afraid. Princeton University.
That's all right. It'd be nice to have someone here to keep me company.
Mm-hmm. Good. Of course, when I say off...
Welcome to the IRS, rodent.
Rodent. Common mistake.
If you're resourceful and work hard, I won't make your life a depthless hell. Now take a seat over there with your fellow lackeys.
Hi, I'm Gail Stingley. This is Sam, and that's Harvey.
Troy Roden, pleasure to meet you.
Lengthwise, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. Stingley, you must be the boss's youngest, prettiest daughter.
Youngest, prettiest ex-wife. And you must be the Carl Malden of brown nosing.
Sam, I want you to check out a church operating at this address.
Hey there, big stuff. If you need any help, I spend much of my spare time in houses of worship.
I spend a lot of my mornings in houses of pancakes. By the way, I just met the new auditor downstairs.
Well, that's impossible. There's only one of me.
Well, she's on her way up.
She? It's a woman?
Either that or the kind of big city guy my mama warned me about.
Sir, would you allow me to deal with this imposter?
Hi. Please, excuse the way I look. I came straight from the bus station. I just found out about this job, what's today, Monday? So let's see, Saturday, Sunday, Friday. I found out on Friday. So I've been on the bus from Idaho for 3 days. You know, you wouldn't believe the kind of people that are riding on buses in this country these days, I'm telling you.
I'm beginning to get a picture. You know, if you pay full fare, you don't have to ride underneath with the luggage.
It's very funny. My name is Clancy Allen. Of course, you know my name because you hired me. And by the way, thank you very much for hiring me. And please, take your time in reimbursing me. For the bus ticket? Here's some paper. I'll just use this paper. And can I borrow a pen? Pencil. Okay, fine. Thanks very much. And, great. Oh, you can't believe how traumatic this has been for me. But someday we're just going to sit down and look back on this whole thing and laugh. Heads off.
Take this down.
Uh-huh.
You have no job. Go back.
No job. Go back.
To Idaho.
To Idaho.
And stay there. Goodbye. Give it to me and I'll sign it.
But, no, this is a mistake. I have my letter of assignment.
This? Worthless. Forget you ever saw it.
But I did see it. We all saw it.
I didn't see it. Did anybody else see that?
If you want a job, I need an assistant. I could hide a whole bunch of pigeons on you.
Sam! Miss Allen, our problem, or more to the point, your problem is that we already have our new auditor. He arrived this morning.
Hold it, I arrived this morning, too. You know, maybe he's the mistake.
She has a point.
Maybe you're the mistake.
I say we dump her.
Well, I'm not just going to walk out of here.
Fair enough. Sam, carry her.
Hold it, hold it. You know something? I just spent 3 god-awful days on a bus, sitting next to a guy that was playing Born Free on a zipper. I left my apartment, my job, my friends.
Oh, that must have been a select group, huh?
How about, since I'm the impartial party, I decide?
You ever been hung by the ankles out a second-story window?
Yes, in a straitjacket while handcuffed to a snarling Rottweiler.
Albert, phone personnel and clear this up.
Good idea.
Come on, hon, let's get you in out of this testosterone storm. How about a cup of coffee?
I usually don't look this bad.
Honey, Keith Richards doesn't usually look this bad.
Sir, I'd just like to say that no matter what happens, it has been an absolute pleasure meeting you, and I'm sure you'll choose wisely between me and the skirt.
Mr. Roden, is that money I feel in my hand?
Oh, you know what? I was going to give this to her after I heard her very, very sad story, and somehow it remained in my hand. So you take your time.
So you were married to him, huh? What was that like?
Oh, Albert may seem harsh and inhuman, which he is, but he's scrupulously fair, and I know that he would never hold our failed marriage against me in this office any more than I would go around telling complete strangers that he's about as small as a man can get.
Typical government screw-up. I gotta sort it out myself. All right, so tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., there will be an examination in my office. Highest mark gets the job. Now, I suggest you both go home and study.
But I've got no place to go to study. I have no money. I mean, look at me. I washed my hair in the drinking fountain at the bus station this morning.
You know, you can't tell.
Harvey, bring me that file of local property seizures.
Yes, sir.
Come on, come on. Oh, good week. Okay. Let's check the local addresses. This charming little house in Georgetown has recently become the property of the U.S. government. And he's only been in jail for 3 days, so there may still be food in the fridge.
Oh, and failing that, maybe he left behind some edible pets.
That's great. Hey, can you see if you can rustle me up something in Bethesda, maybe with a pool?
It's the IRS, Roden, not Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, no, I was just thinking of you, sir. I'd hate to see you unfairly accused of giving a, theoretically attractive woman a free house the night before a crucial exam, sir. You know what, with all this Anita Hill stuff.
Surprisingly, Mr. Roden has a point. So to remove any impression of bias, tonight he will move in with Miss Allen.
Pardon me. I'm sorry, but what if I don't want to move in with this opportunistic little weasel?
And Mr. Roden will have the house all to himself, and you can go back to the bus depot for an encore of Born Free.
Boy, when you find out what I did, you're gonna give me the biggest hug.
I wouldn't give you a big hug if you were choking on flank steak.
I made restaurant reservations. The hottest place in D.C. Ted Kennedy eats there. 3-4 times a night.
Is there some other language that I should be saying no in?
Come on, we're talking about dinner here.
There's food here. Thanks anyway.
Please, because you have to tell me I'm better than an old cold can of Beanie Weenie.
All right, Troy, yes. There is something bothering me.
Me too. Been bothering me since I was a little kid. If the 7 dwarves owned a diamond mine, how come they lived together in that tiny little house? That's baffling, isn't it?
You see, that's what I mean. You're very witty, and you're charming when you want to be, and you're also kind of handsome in a very ordinary catalog Eddie Bauer sort of way. But see, I've known you for about 6 hours now, and I don't know one thing about you.
I don't know anything about you. This is why people go to dinner. This and also to steal those little packets of sweetener. All right, you're right. You're right. Tell me a little about yourself.
See, you don't even seem interested. You sound like Bob Barker.
Sorry. I get like that when I'm nervous. Clancy, I really would like to get to know you. Were you married?
Yes. Boy, was I married.
Why'd you break up?
Oh, I guess we found out that we really didn't like the same things.
Like what?
Well, like him cheating on me.
Ah.
He liked it. I didn't particularly care for it. I worked for 8 years to put him through law school, and then 3 more months for this really nice briefcase that he wanted, and then he dumped me for the first bimbo that came along. Actually, that's not really being fair to him. She was more like the 8th or 9th bimbo. So, that's me. What's your hard luck story?
Me? Well, I won a scholarship to Princeton. Mom and Dad paid for the rest. I have this photographic memory, so I graduated a year early, 3rd out of 200. And then I accepted this job.
Oh, you poor thing. Someday it'll all seem worthwhile.
Gee, I hope so.
So that's it? You're telling me that you've just had this fairy tale life and that you've had no pain?
Pretty much. Let's go to dinner. I'll go stab myself in the head with a fork. Come on.
Wait a minute. I will go with you if you tell me one thing about your life that isn't perfect.
Okay. Okay. When I was 6, my parents got divorced.
Well, good.
Dad stayed in Connecticut, and Mom moved all the way to Palm Springs.
And then?
I spent most of my childhood weekends on an airline that has since gone bankrupt, holding on to my teddy. Is that enough pain for you?
Well, I'm very sorry, Troy. That must have been awful for you.
Get real, I made it up.
You know something? I am going to get that job tomorrow if I have to stay up all night studying for it. And you know why? Because I am better than you, and you know it. And the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to audit you. I am going to show you some pain.
All right, you know, I was going to be real nice tomorrow, miss a couple of questions so that you wouldn't look so bad. But now, you know what I'm thinking? I'm going to wipe the floor with you, which, by the way, your hair is perfect for. I'm feeling very lucky tonight, so don't wait up. Good night.
Good night! Troy.
Oh, geez, Clancy. You almost gave me a heart attack.
What are you doing here?
Me? Oh, waiting for my date. Yeah, we were gonna meet over at this place, and it was close to the office, so I thought I'd just come over here.
Well, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. The only women awake right now are hookers and Katie Couric. No, you haven't been studying, have you?
Me? Oh, no. I just came over to scope out the new workplace.
Well, I admit it, I came here to study.
You know, there's some real fascinating stains around Stingley's desk. Looks like somebody got some real bad news right around here.
1991 tax code amendments.
All right, I admit it. Maybe I came by to brush up on a couple of things I had forgotten.
Really, brush up? What happened to Mr. Photographic Memory, Mr. 3rd out of 200?
Well, maybe it was 4th out of 100. 40th. There was a 4 in it.
Why did you lie to me?
Oh, that's not a lie. That's just stuff I say to build up my confidence.
Confidence? You need more confidence like Joel Grey needs another rehearsal of Cabaret. Wait a minute. You've been here all night. And what about Princeton?
Princeton Tech. Look, if you don't get this job, it's not exactly the end of the world. You can go follow the Grateful Dead around or something. I need this job.
I need this job, too. Now, what is the truth?
I was 6th out of 6 kids. I had to talk pretty fast to get any attention at all. And I did win that scholarship, and my mom did pay for the rest. She works in a place a lot like this. Oh, she's got so much faith in me. It's about time I paid her back.
No. The real Troy Roden is not such a bad guy. I might even go out to dinner with him sometime.
Well, if it isn't Rip Van Winkle and Norma Ray.
Huh? Oh, what time is it?
Exam time. Gee, this is going to be an even contest today. You both look like crap.
Sir, I'm sorry. She was asleep when I got here.
What?
So I have absolutely no way of knowing if she went through your desk to look for the answers.
Why, you little cockroach?
You! Sit. Taxpayer is Arnold Gardena, occupation escape artist. Here is his tax return. Tear him to shreds. Highest dollar count wins.
What? Oh, I can't do that. That's awful.
Miss Allen, this is our job. This is what we do. It is ugly, mean, and thankless, and if you don't have the stomach for it, get out now.
He said the same thing to me on our honeymoon.
Rodent.
Roden, sir. Common mistake.
Roden, begin.
Says here you claim no income at all for the last 2 years.
This is embarrassing. I was in jail. But I vowed to escape. I stole a spoon every other week and painstakingly carved each one into a key using a sharpened bed spring.
Why would you need over 50 keys?
I was planning to escape disguised as a janitor.
Look, if you were in jail, I don't think your business needs a $500 safety deposit box plus penalties and interest. I see about $2,000 here for old Uncle Sam.
Very impressive. Ms. Allen.
Is that a bus for Boise, I hear?
Look, I'm very sorry, but I really need this job.
Don't worry about me, cute stuff. Save yourself.
All right, I see a $300 donation here to the Retired Escape Artist Home. So, how many are housed in that facility?
None at the moment. Boy, you can't turn your head for a second over there.
That is a registered charity. $0.
Are there any undeclared gambling winnings, patent royalties, modeling income?
Oh, that's it. Roden wins.
Wait a minute, I haven't even started. I mean, do you want the best person for the job, or do you want some butt-smooching toady?
Sir, I'd just like to say that I have far too much respect for you to ever say anything like that.
$500 for a safe deposit box.
No, I already covered that.
Well, I've rented safe deposit boxes before. What do they go for, like $30 a year?
50. Just personal papers, nothing of value, I swear.
Why would an unemployed escape artist with no valuables declared need such a huge safe deposit box?
Guy stuff.
Wasn't there a robbery at this bank recently that wasn't ever solved? You're not a very large person, are you, Mr. Gardena?
That's close enough! Yes, it was me who robbed United Federal National International Bank. I sealed myself in, picked the locks from inside, pillaged the other boxes, and was sprung by a Confederate in the morning.
How could even you squeeze in one of those boxes?
Luckily, I am a skilled practitioner of the lost art of bone folding.
Rush him, Sam. That isn't a real gun.
How do you know that, sir?
Because any American taxpayer in an IRS office with a real gun would have shot us all hours ago.
It doesn't matter. Behold the Cape of Wonders.
That's enough. Sam, grab him.
Incredible. He has vanished into thinning hair.
He's not under here.
All right, show's over. Sam, seal the exits and search the building. Everybody else, back to work.
But who goes back to work, him or me?
I was hoping you'd chicken out and go home.
Traditionally, sir, women are prone to this type of mood swing.
Because I've been ordered to keep both of you.
That's preposterous.
She won the test.
You did say you had to.
But you are on probation for 1 year. Whoever brings in the highest tax revenue keeps the job.
But wait a minute, isn't that illegal?
Bad start, Clancy.
You know, I gotta say, you did a great job for a woman. It's gonna be a real pleasure working alongside you.
Well, thank you. And as long as we're being honest with each other, I would like to tell you something. You know, last night when we were sitting on the couch, I have to tell you that I really did find you attractive. And I wouldn't have minded spending the night with you.
Really? Well, what about tonight?
Get real. I made it up. Well, good night, Job.
Hey! Is there anybody out there?